When you think about a customer's journey into digital transformation, they have to get their back office in order and the front office in order. Acumatica plays a huge part in helping them get their back office in order, and BigCommerce plays the customer-facing online experience for their consumers.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to a great partnership.
Thank you very much.
So you all want to see the integration? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to mix some distribution edition with commerce edition so you get the sense of the whole flow. So, Doug, are you taking it away?
Jessica's going to start the
I'll
order.
start us off here.
All right.
I got to get my
All right.
warehouse. I got to put my warehouse together first.
So, one more time, switching roles here, and this time I get to be a B2C commerce buyer. So here I am on my electronics website. Like I mentioned, I didn't get those custom Acumatica headphones from nowhere. And what I can do on this website, of course I can place an order, but first of all, just notice that really clean interface of BigCommerce. Of course, this is a site that we created for our summit here, but notice that these items are certainly the stock items coming from inside of Acumatica. All of this is designed to allow the amount of time you are spending maintaining your website to take a lot less resources. I'm going to purchase a laptop in this example today. So I'll take you into my laptop's product category, and I'll go in here and decide that we are in fact ready to choose the options for this laptop. We all know that in commerce businesses, we want to be able to make our own choices. So if I would like to determine the style of laptop that I'm buying, choose some options here. I'll go ahead and define what is considered a matrix item in an ERP system. For those of you that aren't familiar with that term matrix item, it's representing a product with a color, size, style, or other types of categories that need to be maintained. Now, in Acumatica 2020 R1, we do fully support matrix items now, excuse me. Yeah, let's get a round of applause on that one. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. The matrix support is something that a lot of you have been requesting, and you'll see that fully rolled into Acumatica 2020 R1. Now, of course, who doesn't want the free shipping option? So I select the free shipping option, and I'll also quickly move through to checkout here. Always keeping in mind that user experience. BigCommerce being a very, very user-friendly system allows me to make these types of easy entries on checkout. So I'll go ahead and place this order here. Now, as I'm placing this order, of course we know that the power of the integration is pushing this over to Acumatica in real time, but there's a lot more happening behind the scenes there. One thing to note, I picked the free shipping option, of course, but keeping in mind Acumatica's shipping integrations. Out of the box, UPS, FedEx, a USPS integration through stamps.com. We have a ship engine option, Easy Post. There are many, many shipping integrations for all of you to take advantage of that work inside of BigCommerce as well. We also would like to just note the tax integrations here in my demo environment, not necessarily set up for all of you, but Avalara, Vertex, the guys that are very, very well known in the industry for their best-in-class tax support, fully integrated here as well. And then finally, from a customer service perspective, I can always go back to my orders, similar to the likes of something like Amazon. If I'd like to check out maybe an order that has already been shipped, I'll have things like the tracking number, order status, so I'm always kept in the loop on where my order is and perhaps any hiccups that have occurred along the way. So I've completed my job as the buyer. I've placed that order for a custom laptop. Let's see how this turns over on the Acumatica side for those working in the warehouse to go ahead and start fulfilling this order. Doug?
Thank you, Jessica. Here I am out in the warehouse. Now before, you'll see I've already got a commerce order that has come in. But before I get to that, I'm going to talk about some new warehouse management enhancements that we've made in 2020 R1. So if we can switch back to the slide deck for just 1 second. So here we have a pictorial of my warehouse. It's a little bigger than the one I've got here on stage, but you get the idea. Prior to 2020 R1, we had option number 1, just a direct pick. So if I had 2 or more orders waiting for packing, I do a direct pick by going out, grabbing order number 1, doing my scanning, bringing it back to my packing and shipping station, shipping it up. Order number 2, go back out to my warehouse, grab order number 2, grab it, bring it back to the packing station, pack it up. And it's very healthy. I get a lot of exercise doing that, but maybe it's not the most efficient method for a high volume warehouse. So in 2020 R1, we've introduced wave and batch picking. For people that have a lot of orders that come in, that's going to allow you to be much more efficient with the way you process. So we're going to show batch picking. In batch picking, I'm going to go get a bunch of orders. I'm going to go out to my warehouse with one trip, put them on a cart, and then I'm going to bring them back to my packing station where somebody else can take over and efficiently pack them. All right, so after the preamble, let's go back to my software and take a look at how it's going to go. So here's all my, you can see my commerce orders that I have today. I can go into here, I take a look, and I'm going to open up this one. And I'll go ahead and get this one through the process. So I'm going to start by creating a shipment. Now normally I would have this set to run to meet my shipping deadlines. An automated process would come and cause that to happen. Once that's done, my dashboard's refreshed, and you can see now I'm being notified of all the orders I have to pick and pack. So one of the new things that we have to do is we have to create print and pick lists. And they have to be, the options that I showed in my warehouse diagram are now available here, business as usual, wave, and batch. So we're going to go ahead to our retail warehouse and pick the batch picking solution. You'll see I can go in here if I need be and filter down the batch that I want to do. So if you want to filter by carrier, for example, or you want to filter by customer or pick out different things, you can set up the batch pick the way you want to do it. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and manually pick 2 items to keep the scanning to a minimum. I'm going to process them. And now I've gone ahead and I've created my list. So the next step I have is to come to my picking worksheet. And I'm going to go ahead and open that up and print my pick list. So you'll see that this pick list, I went through it quickly. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger. I'll have my new batch pick, and I'll have it in different locations, but it's going to guide me through the warehouse so that I can go through here and then bring everything back to my sorting location. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the mobile phone, and I'll take over as the warehouse guy. All right, so here's my Acumatica application. As I scroll down, get to the warehouse management area. I'm going to click warehouse management, and up in the top left is pick, pack, and ship. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start scanning orders at this point. So once my screen appears, I'm going to go ahead and scan I scan the pick list that's appearing on my screen, and that's my batch pick. So now I'm aware that I've got to go to R1, S1. So I navigate out here to my area, and I'm going to go ahead and scan R1, S1. And it says to pick an item. So I'm going to grab Jessica's computer, go ahead and scan that. Now it immediately says I've got to do another location. So this one's R1, S2. So I come here, scan that, and I grab another item. This is why you take a cart out into the warehouse with you. And we're good to go with that now. So at this point, I'm ready to take things back to my packing station. Looking a bit disorganized, but I'm still doing all right. The software's working, maybe I'm just not. So here's Jessica's computer ready to send in. So next, I would go into pack mode. So I'm not going to, in the interest of time, I'm not going to show you going through and scanning this and putting each item into its prospective order. We're going to have the Internet of Things that Ollie's going to introduce is able to take this process in terms of some future technology that we have and make it even more efficient for the people in my shipping and packing and sorting stations to do their job. So I'm pretty happy with the new wave and batch picking, the connected workflows, and everything else that we're bringing to you in 2020 R1. Thank you for your attention on that. Woo!